Hello, everyone. It says I'm live. Hello, Vicky. Happy Monday to you too. Us business owners, we love our Mondays. Good afternoon. I know this is a different time than I used to go. This is my new time, 2 o'clock Colorado time, also known as Mountain Time. How are you doing today, Vicky? This wonderful, very hot Monday. We've had 90 plus for at least a week, and we'll have it for at least a week more. And I have found that the AC in my old Subaru is not as great as it used to be in its good old days. So it is time to take it in. But having said that, I did go to the shelter today and photograph 5 dogs outside and then a few kitties inside. So that's a good day, I think. And here we are. I really should drink more water. The topic today, thinking outside the collar. I don't know. I made that up. I thought it sounded dog-like. That was cool. Good morning, Patty. Good morning or afternoon. And hi, Frank. Hello, everyone. I see your comments here. That's fantastic. We're going to think outside the box, outside the collar today on how we can help our favorite cause, even if we can't go there, because I know we've talked about that so much. And my video on Friday was all about that, using the My Talking Pet app and pictures I'd taken a year or months and months ago, and how you can use those images now for a cause. So that's fun. I was up very early today. I left my kayak down by the water, and Steve shakes me at 4:30 and says, "Looks like the sunrise is going to be pretty." I'm like, okay. I threw on yoga pants and the t-shirt and grabbed my cameras and went out and paddled around for the sunrise photos this morning. It was 5 o'clock. I'm like, what am I doing? I haven't had coffee yet. But I saw some awesome heron activity. So worth it. And I also have pulled up on the screen, if y'all want to see it after we have our discussion, the dog and kitty pictures I took today. All I've had a chance to do is load them up into my Lightroom on my second screen here. So I haven't even looked at them yet, but I want to tell you about a function of my Sony camera that makes it really easy to get through these. It is a beautiful way to wake up, Vicky. The problem is I'm terrible at naps, and I'm terrible about going to bed early. So then I have lack of sleep, and I also love to sleep. It's this whole thing. Because I'm trying to get sunset pictures lately too. I got some amazing osprey pictures yesterday. Okay, that's all right. Sometimes we have times in our lives that we're just go, right? And sometimes we have times where we're just reflective or quiet. Okay, I'm so glad to see everybody here today at our live from the green room. Obviously, I am Monique. Where's my name? Right there. Boop, 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 boop. Monique Renee, owner here at Silver Paw Studio. And I try to go live every Monday at now, 2 o'clock Colorado time to chit chat with all of you wonderful people. Frank, you photographed 2 of the kittens here. I want to pull up some of your awesome comments. Ooh, what'd I do? Oh, I don't want to go to settings. Hold on. I'm going to make my name go away. Yes. And we're going to see your comments. Frank says he photographed 2 of the kitties on his list. All right, that's good. I know some of them were kittens and they were going to run out of those kennels. Vicky says, can't wait to see the photos you took today. Me too. Try to get a picture of the comet. Oh, and Patty, several people I know, I used to be president of my camera club, and I've been pretty active there the whole time I've lived in Colorado. And there's quite a few astrophotographers in there and just people who photograph much more than I do. And they've been just driving out to the prairies, maybe an hour from here, and it's just dark enough. And I've seen some amazing pictures. And I have to do it, they said, this week, because otherwise it'll be too bright in the day by the time you can kind of see it. I don't know how it all works. Have you tried to get pictures of it, Patty? Ooh, you'll have to show us. Yes. All right. Everyone's saying hi. That's fantastic. Let's see. It's 4 after. I'm assuming, answer those questions anytime. I can get back to whatever we were talking about. I know there's a lag and I have to give you time to type. The video on Friday And if you got my newsletter, which if you're not on that, it is here. So for professional and aspiring professional pet photographers, please do sign up to this. You are invited to be part of that group. We talk about what I've talked about here on YouTube, but there's only so much I can say in a 10 or 20-minute video. So there's more stuff in there, and that's your chance to have that direct conversation with me too. So you're invited to that. And in that, I gave you the link to my Talking Pet, Talk Like Pluto app that I talked about on the video on Friday, which was that I made videos for Havoc, which is the human animal bond in Colorado therapy teams. I want to see hold that thought. We'll get back to that. Patty says sunrise and light pollution was too much. Yes. Yeah. I'll try when it should be visible just after sunset. Okay. Ooh, that would be fantastic. You have to tell me where I can see that or share it with me. Because I just don't think I'm going to get out to do it, Patty, even though it sounds like it's easy to do here. And that's kind of Steve's thing. He loves astrophotography, but he hasn't gotten out there either. Yeah. And so I did the video, right, with the My Talking Pet app, super fun. And I used pictures I'd taken months, if not years ago, for these Havoc teams that they could put on their little trading cards and take to the places that they do therapy at, like schools, daycares, nursing homes, memory care, all those kinds of places. Normally this team, which is the owner of the animal and the animal, they go through the motions to be a therapy team for Havoc, and they go to these places. Here with Colorado, here in the Fort Collins area, there's CSU, Colorado State University, which their office is based out of. And they'd even do like finals week, and they'd bring puppies into one of the buildings, and everybody during stressful finals week, we get to pet all these puppies. It was so great. And they haven't done that in months, and everybody's just missing the dogs. And I thought that My Talking Pet app would be a fun way to connect with them. And that video, though, is getting kind of long. It was probably, what was it, guys, 16 or 18 minutes long for that Talking Pet video, because it wasn't just about the app. It wasn't just about the photo. I wanted everyone to kind of think of how you could craft a little like fake personality for these dogs. We do this all the time with our own dogs. My dog has this whole persona that I've completely made up for her. And I was doing that for these dogs too. I'd asked each team 5 questions, and I crafted this whole story from there. And I used the app to I adjusted the pitch and the speed for the audience, because little kids could understand it, but maybe people in memory care would have a hard time. But what else can we do? Can we use that My Talking Pet app in other ways? I did a video a couple months ago about using that for adoptable animals. And so I know many people here work with shelters, and maybe some, even though the animals are getting adopted pretty quickly right now, maybe there is a long-term foster dog or a cat, some animal that's been there for a while. Could you use this My Talking Pet? Just go look at their bio. If they have like a few sentences on a bio, or talk to somebody, that's even better, at that place, whether it's, a network or a facility. And make a little 1 minute, 2 minute maybe video that they could put up that would kind of personalize the dog a little bit more. You know how a photo can only show so much, but like, say, Patty, the last time you were at the rescue was 6 months ago, and there's a older cat that's been there this whole time. I'm just making stuff up. And if you had one close up, straight to the camera photo of that cat, you could maybe take that bio and have the cat talk about it. Stuff like that. So let's say it's this kitty, and the kid say, oh, hey, everyone, I'm doing really great in my foster home. I love it, but I know it's not my forever family. And I get that I'm a kind of a picky eater, but I'd just sure love to come join your family as a forever family, something like that. So you've taken the picky eater part and gave it some personality, and hey, I like it here, but I know it's not permanent, stuff like that, right? For older kitties, like Frank's saying, that would be so great. Take those things that seem like a barrier to adoption and make them into part of their story. Like, admit that that's a thing. Like, maybe they have let's say a picky eater or kidney issues, or they just don't like to be held all the time, whatever it is, you could work that into it being a positive, because we all have those quirks ourselves too, right? So of course our pets would. So you can make up something like that. And I don't know if I conveyed that very well in my video on Friday, like the storytelling aspect of it, but I did showcase 3 examples. So I hope that kind of got the gears moving. And let's see, Patty, I use pet blah blah because it's free. Oh, I was just thinking, I wonder if there's another app. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up. Is it the same idea where like they blink and their mouth moves a little and maybe their ears? Is it kind of like that? I mean, maybe my talking pet, or maybe Pluto the dog uses that instead. I don't know. I didn't know there was another one. Ooh, now I'm gonna have to look that up too, Patty. But what I wanted to do was emphasize it's the story. You're not just reading bullet points. You're not just reading exactly what's on their trading card or on their cage card, whatever it is you're trying to convey to help this cause. You want to put more of a story or a personality, even a made up personality behind it. See what I mean? It is about the same. Ooh, Patty, I have things to do, but you may have derailed me. Pet blah, blah. Okay, I got to remember that. I'll just go back and look at the chat. So how else can you use these types of apps or some other types of apps to, if you can't go right now? Because I'm assuming, Patty, you're not back at the shelters either. Frank and I just went back. Maybe there's not at the shelters we were at, but let's say 6 months ago, last time I was there was a dog that's still there that I took several pictures of. What else can I do with that? I could make it into a slideshow short video with copyright free music, not copyright free, but you know what I mean? Approved music. We talked about TikTok before. Can you help that cause make that vertical format video that could tell their story a little bit more with photos you already have? Yeah, you're not back yet. Okay. I didn't think so. And, even though Frank and I are back at these ones, there's nothing to say that they won't have to shut down again. This is probably going to go on for another few months. So like Patty, when you are able to go back, I bet you'll be thinking, okay, normally I take enough for their 3 pictures for their adoption profile. That's usually what my mindset is. Okay, I got 5 dogs that each need 3 unique photos, tight, middle, wide, something like that, and then get to the next dog. But what if we thought, if this was the only time I was able to go for the next 3 months, I would take a lot more photos that I could use to help them later, right? So what are things we can do? Even if it's just a matter of like making more copy space. So over here, we give a lot more of the background, trees or the wall or the fence or something. So if the shelter needs to write something on for a promo, could we do stuff like that for them? Do some more vertical, take some tiny video clips. I know I think Frank has caught my video bug because now Frank's doing more video. It's very exciting. So what can you do with short video clips that maybe they could use later? Even if those animals were adopted, you only need couple, like 2 seconds. And if you put 2 seconds together, a bunch of those, you have a short video. For any type of cause. If it was these habit dogs, these therapy teams, they could do that too with little snippets of video of them when they're able to go back and do their therapy work, get stills, get video. They can use them as a more evergreen thing. So kind of 2 in 1. So you have, like, say for the shelters, you have something for their adoption profile, but they also have it for marketing of the actual cause. I think about that a lot. Vicky says, using apps like Instagram and Snapchat for vertical videos are awesome because the text filters images you can add. Yes. And the other cool thing, what I've done for years, Vicky, and I've taught this in classes, is get Snapchat, even if you never post, because you can create everything and download it and use it somewhere else. Or give it to someone else to put in their story, something like that. So I know when Snapchat first came out, everyone's like, oh no, I'm not going to use Snapchat. I said, oh, you should, because the filters, it's so easy. You do the thing, you add the words, you add an effect and save it. You don't have to post it. Right, Vicky? Yeah. And so there you go. There's a video. Same, I would think, for Instagram. You can create something and download it and then use it later. You don't have to post it right now. That's basically your video or photo editor and creator. It's a sneak. Frank says, do, do, do. Oh, Vicky says she does that a lot. Yep. Oh no, I'm letting out our secrets, Vicky. Frank's high on the video learning curve. Wow. I know there's so much to learn about video, which makes it kind of fun. I want to always learn. You never post anything to your story, Vicky. Are you talking about on Snapchat? I do a lot just because, my kids are on there. So that's how I kind of talk with my kids. But Instagram stories, I do a ton of Instagram stories, and I could film something in Snapchat and then use it. Here's the caveat to that. And Vicky, you're going to know this. If you are on TikTok and you want to reuse those, number one, it's going to have TikTok up in the corner. But if you use copywritten music that's only licensed to be used through TikTok, you cannot use that on another platform. We're all photographers here. We get copyright, right? Same thing. There are things that can only be used on certain platforms. So be careful. Yeah. Snapchat with the kids, yeah, I know it's kind of what mine is morphed into. There's some other people on my Snapchat, but I only ever think it's going to my kids. So that's cool. What else we got going? TikTok is questionable right now. US, I know. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, if you want to create a bunch of content and save it, yeah, you could. But there's some other like Splice now that you could use on your phone that could splice together little quick, easy video clips. I can go on and on about video creation. I should probably make a video about video for pet photographers. I have such a long list of things I want to make for all of you. If I had more time, I definitely would. And if I didn't, like if YouTube was my only thing, but it's not. I need to make time for my client work. Let's see, Patty. I do Instagram, but that's about it. Okay, well, that's awesome, Patty, because then you can really concentrate all your efforts into that, right? And that could be huge for you. Sweet. So we've covered a lot of things that you could do to help your causes. Can you imagine if you have whatever your cause is and you have some old pictures, what all can you do with them? Or you can say, hey, do you have a bunch of pictures? You need to have a video put together, a slideshow? Send them to me and I'll put a slideshow together for you. There's a ton of stuff. I think it would be really cool if, I don't know how many shelters do this. Patty, tell me if yours does. How many shelters have like a webcam? I know zoos do. You can watch the dog or the kittens, like in the kitten area, they can run and play and stuff. It would be cool to pull some of that video and make a cute little compilation of the kittens playing. Like if you could just access their webcam or screen record it, that would be so cute. I don't know. As I start thinking about it and really thinking about it, more and more ideas. Keep thinking about it, keep putting it in this chat. But what I want to do is show you some of the puppies and kittens because we're getting 18 minutes in and I don't want it to drag on too long, y'all. Okay, let's look at my other screen. You keep chatting, I will see it. Patty, your shelter doesn't. That's very strange. What do they have? Do they just have their website or maybe Instagram? That must be either a small shelter or they're really good about getting the word out otherwise. Wow. Vicky, the photo plus a video story of the dog or chat's history that someone from the shelter tells. You know what that makes me think of is the people who do the little things that look like the iPhone chat. And people have done that for dogs and cats. That would be funny. Only use on Pet Finder and the city. The city police, right? Because they're all part of that organization. Right. Okay. Well, that's something. I mean, it's kind of a catch-all. Like they're doing everything on that page. It would be nice if they had one specifically for the animals. Dog or cat. Yeah, that would be funny, Vicky. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know what you meant, Patty. I got you. Yeah. Interesting. You know, one thing I did for Animal Friends way back when they didn't have Instagram, and I was, the main photographer, they took me to lunch to formally ask me if I would manage their Instagram page. And so that I did that for them. We started up their Instagram page and I did it for about a year. So if they decide, you know what, we do need an Instagram just for the pets aspect of the police department, maybe you could do that for them. You could be the admin until they get somebody else to admin it for you. Yeah. Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And as this typing gets smaller, what happened? All right, let's show the screen. Y'all keep typing because we can do this. We can do this. Let's see. Which screen do I want to show? Me and the screen? No, that's too little. Let's show you all. All right. This looks so dark. I hope it doesn't look this dark to you. What was happening was this background, because with the volunteers and the, trying to do safe distancing and everything, I have to go out later than I normally would. They're strict with the rules. I can understand that. Yeah, they probably have public funding too. Patty, I work with a shelter like that here, a county shelter as well. And they do have to do things differently because they have public funds that they have to be careful with, right? Yeah, I understand. It's a whole different thing when you're talking about run through a public organization like that. But there might be something. Yeah. I know it, and also, Patty, like our area has here. I'm sorry, I'm chit chatting, and you're just seeing the same old dog. Our area has several small rescue organizations too, and most of them are foster based. And so they just have like a network of fosters and not an actual facility. So you can help more than one organization at a time. You know what I mean? Oh, why isn't this working? Oh no, I've lagged my computer. Okay. So Patty, an idea is to work with more than one organization. Like right in our area, we have the Basset Hound Rescue. We've got all kinds of very specific rescues or older pets rescue, those kinds of things. So that could be something you can just work with more than one. Yeah. You'll keep suggesting them to other avenues. Yeah, I definitely would. Okay. So does this look extra orange to you? Oh, it's this screen. I'm having such a hard time color correcting, so I never use the screen that I'm showing you. But you see it, I can see it over here on the live stream. It looks okay. I think I'm having a hard time using Lightroom at the same time as I'm live streaming. Here, so what you're seeing right now is Lightroom. And those are the puppies from today. We had some very playful dogs. It was so cute. You'll give it a try, Patty? Okay, good. Look at this pupperoni. Hi. Hi, so cute. Oh, it's still, see, yeah. These are 42 megapixels. So it takes a second and then it's trying to stream it. Oh, I'm sorry, computer. And then they were like, look at this dog. This is a new problem with COVID, is that this dog really wanted to nibble on her mask, just like he wanted to eat his bandana and all the toys in the yard. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So here's Mama Cat. Yeah, I had my white balance on auto from working this morning out on the pond. So there we go. That's better. Here we go. Mama Kitty and her kitten. I don't know. Kitten was like, where's mom? I'd kind of like to know. And y'all know I usually crop these 8x10 first, but we're working on a poor computer that's like, I'm trying hard here. My workflow, by the way, is I usually press auto on exposure and then I mess around with it. And I don't usually like vibrance that high, blah, blah, blah. So look, kitten, everybody. Hey, William, you were on a shoot. Oh my gosh, tell us all about it. Let me see if I can pull that up while this is here. William was on a shoot. I'm so excited for you. Yay. Yes. And Patty's going to let her place know. Maybe she can help them manage a social media channel for them. That would be kind of exciting. And then they can send you pictures and you can do stuff with them. I got to show you some beans. Beans. Bam, baby. Beans. Also known as toes, right? Let's see. There we go. Yeah. And this was just before Frank got the kitten. This is Frank's hand right here. Before Frank got the kitten out of there, he was like, stretchy stretch. Oh, oh, that was cute. All right, I'm going to leave you with that. Let me come back. All right. What do you think of that? Those were cute, right? There's one thing I want to tell you. Okay, there's two things. Yeah. So I think I told you my workflow on Lightroom on this other monitor over here that you can't see right now is I do the auto and then I adjust it from there. But oh my gosh. Okay, I still have the big, well, this line's on there. What's cool about the Sony's, and I know, Frank, you chime in too, if the Nikon does this, you can program all these buttons to do different things. So this doesn't have to be AEL, and this doesn't have to be the back button focus. And I think menu has to be menu, let's be real. But a lot of these buttons you can make do one or two or three different things. And so what I've got is C3 on my Sony. C3. Okay, anyway, this button here, it is set to star. And I know many of you don't use Lightroom, but maybe this would work in your programs too. So what happens is, like the dogs, after I photograph one dog and they go get another dog, my helper gets another dog, I have a couple of minutes, and I look back through the pictures, and the ones that I think I like, I can zoom in and make sure I can star them. I press C3. Then when I upload them into Lightroom, they're already sorted. So I don't have to look at all the blurry ones, all the ones I didn't like. When I get home, I load them into Lightroom, sort by star, and I'm ready to edit. So that's a little something for you. That is very helpful. I don't get the chance to do that between kitties. Let's see. William says, pet shoot for a friend. Oh, a puppy. Okay, William, do you put these on social somewhere? Because we all want to stalk puppy. I mean, look at puppy pictures as well. Frank says Nikon has for program. Okay, that's what I thought. But can you do like a sort system or a star? I wasn't sure about that. If you could, I find that really helpful if you have time between segments. If I was on a client shoot, I obviously don't have time. But let's say I had a client shoot and then I just sat at the park a little bit longer and looked through them while they were fresh in my mind in the car, or got a coffee and went to a park or something. So I really love being able to pre-sort those. Yes, load on my computer, see if they're blurry. Yeah. And I do that too, but I can also zoom in. So if I think, okay, that looks pretty good, but I can't tell if its nose or its eyes are in focus, then I'll zoom in, or I'll just star it like you're saying, and then I can see them on the big screen. If they're ones that are completely out of focus, I can just skip right past them. Yes, I do that a lot, Patty, with the bird photography I've been doing out here, is it looks great on the back of the screen, right? And then you look at the computer, go, it was off by a couple inches. Back button focus. I need to talk about back button focus at some point as a produced video, because I have some experience with it a little bit. Reasons when and when not to use it. Patty says, I can zoom in too on your camera. It's always better on the computer. Yeah, that's true. It is true. I know, like with the rescue photos, I want to not take too much time with my client work. I would do that, but I would still kind of go back. At least that way I'd know, oh my gosh, I love this one. Especially if you're like their action shots or something, you have a ton of them. I can go in and say star, star, star. I know for sure I like those. And if there's something I want to edit right away and give them a sneak peek or something, which I don't often do, but if I know, like, oh, I remember that one that was on the rock under the tree and I loved it, I want to star that now, throw it into my editing program, sort by star, edit that one, send it off, and then I can go through the rest. Does that make sense? But I totally agree with you, Patty. You got to be careful. You don't want to delete anything for sure unless it's completely out of focus, which happens sometimes, right? Like, oh, they're running at you or something. All right. Let's see. We were at the 28-minute mark. It's so great to see everyone. What do you think about these live streams? Would you like me to continue a weekly live stream? Should I go to every once a month? Something like that. I love being able to chit chat with you, especially because I'm not to the point on YouTube yet where I can have that community tab and really post some things in there, just text and photos. But I also love that you can connect with me. Let me put that banner back up here, right through the email group. So I know that probably all of you are on this email by now, but if anyone's watching now or in the replay that's not part of this group, this is for aspiring and professional pet photographers. And we talk about this once a week in this email. Yeah, so you are invited. And what else do I have for y'all? Oh, I've got a couple more comments. You do like, okay, William likes the weekly live stream. Great. Frank says pros and cons about back button focus. You are so right. I am learning as I'm learning to shoot more wildlife, how different it is from shooting with of a dog and a cat. Frank, yes, please. Oh gosh. And Lizzie and Emmy are here, and they gave me some new ideas too for some pretty entertaining videos. So I'm looking at doing those as well, and you'll see them on some upcoming produced videos. Because upcoming videos, let's talk about upcoming videos for just a minute. Y'all can give me your input. The next 2 videos, we're going to be back to. You do like it? Okay, all right. Y'all are awesome. The next 2 videos, we're going back to business. We did the craft of photography for 2 weeks. Now we're going to do 2 weeks of the business of pet photography. And the next 2 weeks are going to be all of the ways that you can make money with photography and videography. And let me tell you what, it is way more than you think. Way more. I was getting pretty excited by this. I know we did a live stream about it, and then we came up with several, but I came up with even more in these videos. Oh, I'm very excited to cut these together, to edit them and get them out to you. So those are coming up. I'm going to record some videos with Lizzie and Emmy for posing people with pets. Sometimes that can be a challenge if you've never photographed people. So posing people with pets, we're going to do that with Bailey. We're going to do some OCF outside because I know that many of you asked for that. Yay. Okay. So we're going to do also the 3 of them outside with some specific lighting with off-camera flash. And let's see, I might be able to photograph a themed shoot in the studio with some Yorkie puppies. I'm not sure if that's going to go through yet, but wouldn't that be awesome? So I have a lot coming up. Oh, and I have one more trip to the hardware store before I film the video on attaching my light to my wagon and my new tabletop setup. I told you I have a lot coming up. All right. So everyone says, yes on the weekly live stream. Yes on the live stream. Yes on the live stream. Fantastic. Patty, you need help posing pets with people. Yes. I find that's one of the things that sets me apart in my area. And it could set you apart in your area too when you start offering your services. And I know William's done this, is if you photographed people before, it's great, right? But if you've never photographed people, you've only photographed dogs, sometimes you can get on set and kind of draw a blank. What do you do with a dog this big and a person, regular size? How do you pose them? So I'm hoping to answer some of those questions and give you like my 5 go-tos or, kind of something like that. Because it can be very intimidating. You have this person staring at you like, what do you want me to do? Right? It's intimidating, but I got you. That's probably going to be more than one video, honestly, but I'm going to start with what I got. Okay, everyone, I think we talked about this pretty good today. Let's see, did I miss anything on the banners? Just to tell you again, if you like these kinds of photographer, it's not gonna be exactly like this, but I do have some merch now that says photographer, shirts, socks, tanks, hoodies, and tote bags, and a mask with it on the side. Photographer here at my Teespring store, if you're interested in some of that as merch and to support me and my dog and my channel. There you go. So, all right, let me go back to the comments. So wonderful to see you all today as usual. I will continue to do these live streams. Y'all are showing up for me. I appreciate that so much. And hey, you get exclusive time with me. So bring your questions and we will answer them together. And I will see you next week. Have a super duper week. And let's see, what do I always say? As always, I wish you many woofs, purrs, and TREATSs. Bye, everyone.